Hello from Azerbaijan. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really even quite sure where this was on the map, but I knew that I wanted to explore a new country, see what it was like to play Pokemon Go in a completely new area, and I think Baku is definitely it. So we're gonna explore the city a little bit, see what there is to do, catch some Pokemon along the way. And speaking of catching Pokemon, we're on the very last day of the Rogue of the Jungle special research. I'm 3/5 of the way through it here. I still have to spin 25 Pokestops or gyms, power up 5 Grass-type Pokemon, and make an excellent throw. Make an excellent throw? Easy. Watch it. Watch and learn, guys. I'm gonna try it on this Solrock because Solrock seems like it would be the easiest, biggest circles. Wait until it's small here. That was embarrassing. I did catch it. Let's see if we can do it on one of these other ones. Now I'm getting like a performance anxiety here. Can I get it on the Bulbasaur? Trying to attack at me here. Whew. Ooh la la, Bulbasaur in the ball. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna power up 5 Grass-type Pokemon as well. And then we're gonna go and spin some stops, and we're gonna see how good our second Zarude is, because I'm not gonna lie, the first one, not good at all. Zarude. Let's look at this guy. It's already best buddied, but yeah. The IV's not great for Master League. Maybe we can look and see if it would be good for Ultra League, but already too big for the Great League. I want a better one. I want that hundo. So let's go. Okay, turns out, Baku, really not that warm. I maybe had a little bit of a different idea in my head. It's a little bit chillier than anticipated, but in a good way. For those who are wondering, it is April right now, and it's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I've been recommended to go out and check out the old city, which is just like right around where I'm at now, so we're gonna do some exploration, but not before we finish this Zarude quest. All right. We gotta win 3 raids, we gotta catch 15 different species of Pokemon, and we gotta defeat 5 Team Rocket grunts. We're gonna go explore the city, we're gonna finish this quest, we're gonna get that Hundo Zarude. This portion of the city is old, like 12th century old. And apparently it's like one of the oldest parts of the actual city. And later on, we're actually gonna see the stark difference between this and like the nightlife and the cooler, like hip new part of Baku. Another area worth checking out is around the Heydar Aliyev Center, a museum and cultural center with modern architecture. It's surrounded by running fountains, and the area is a great place to chill, take photos, and catch Pokemon. Something that is good to note, however, is that pedestrian infrastructure in Baku could use some work. The only way you can cross busy streets is usually by an underground metro tunnel. But first, you gotta find one. It is like physically impossible to cross the street here in Azerbaijan. I walked for about 40 minutes because the only way to get across the street is through the underground. But I couldn't find an underground station, and I literally had to ask a police officer who didn't speak English, so that was embarrassing for me. We kind of communicated over Google Translate, and he actually escorted me to the nearest metro because he couldn't even remember where it was at. 40 minutes, guys, but this park is cute. It is worth it. All right, I wanted to find a nice, quiet park. Not that quiet. It's pretty close to the actual highway here in Baku. But I wanted to find a nice, quiet park where I could, get in tune with nature, with the jungle, to finish out my Rogue of the Jungle quest. And what better place to show some love to Zarude in Love Park? Love Park is actually a park made by artists, and the sculptures and paintings and such are a way to give love back to the city of Baku. And it has also 4,000 different tree species that were planted here. It is a pretty cute park. But I digress. Let's go ahead and jump into the Zarude. Again, I've finished all the quests. I just need to know now how good it is going to be. Gonna get those pineapples, gonna get the candies, which are very important, and we're gonna get this Absol. I'm still looking for a Hundo Absol as well because I want to get it for my Mega Evolution, but that is for another time and another place. Here is the Zarude. All those XL candies. Gonna go ahead and feed it a silver pineapple berry just to make sure that I'm getting all the candies that I can possibly get for this legendary Pokemon. Zarude is actually really great for Master League if you have one with good IVs because it just hard walls the Mewtwo's and the Giratinas that are there. However, being that dark and grass type doesn't do too well against the charm users like the fairies or really against the dragons either. Okay, we've caught him. Let's see what we can get. 16, 19, I don't know the IVs. It's not great. Guys, it's not great. But that also means I guess I have to wait until the next Zarude comes around. Alright, let's check out this park. Come on. Okay, wait. But before we leave Azerbaijan, I have a question. Can you identify what this is? Anyone? This is a fruit called a feijoa. And I've never seen one before in my life before this. They're not available in the US. And apparently they're like a huge export in New Zealand and probably Australia as well. So Aussies, Kiwis, hit me up. It's not a kiwi. But apparently they're local and they're produced here in Azerbaijan. So I was really looking forward to trying one of these. But they're not in season. So I've really been looking the whole time I was there. Finally procured one. So I am going to eat my first feijoa. And I'm going to let you know what I think. I've heard that you don't bite into it. It's sort of like a kiwi in that regard, where the skin is not... Despite what Totectical says, you're not supposed to eat the outside of it. You can, apparently though, it is a little bit bitter, but the inside is not bitter. This is what the inside of it looks like, all right? So, kind of like a cucumber, kind of like a lime. Has a kind of like a mouth-watery smell and to it. It seems like it's going to be kind of sweet, but also have a sour taste to it. I don't have a spoon with me. I think that's how I would normally eat it. I'm gonna put it on the edge of this knife and you guys can watch me be weird. I like it. All right, feijoas. Let me know in the comments if you tried one. We'll see you in the next video.